Hey, what's up guys? It's your friend Fast Eddie, and today I wanted to show you a couple new tools I got. I've been wanting to get a router table set up, I'm a total noob at using a router, man, so I wanted to get something, number one, that was affordable, number two, that I could mess around with and get used to it and learn with. So I found this online, and it seems to be a perfect fit, guys. So I'll tell you what I bought here. Number one was the Ryobi router table. And then number two was the actual Ryobi router. And the router actually came with a few bits, but we'll get into that later. Something kind of weird, man, about this router table. There's like two versions of it, but they look exactly the same. They come in the same box, same colors, same everything. But the one model number ends in T02. And that one's only got like 3 stars or something like that on Home Depot. But then there's this one at T03. I think it's a little bit upgraded because of the router table plate. I think, I'm not 100% on that, but this one had like 4 or 4.5 stars. So I went ahead and popped for this one. They were both the same exact price. It's really weird, man, because Home Depot, it still rang up as a T02, but yet the box says T03. So yeah, man, kind of confusing. The router that I got is the matching R1631K Ryobi router, and like I said, it did come with a few bits with it and stuff. I did go ahead and set this thing up, so we're ready to play with it and see how it works. Like I said, guys, I'm a complete noob at this, but I've been wanting one for a long time, and yeah, I mean, for under 200 bucks for both items, I think that's a great deal. This is a 32-inch long table, which is pretty freaking long. I mean, I had an old Craftsman table. It was like one of those old black metal ones. You guys remember those with those crappy wings on the sides? I think that one was, what, maybe 20 inches or something like that. But yeah, 32 inches. It's pretty thick. I know it's at least an inch thick. MDF on the top, metal legs. Yeah, like I said, it's 32 inches long. And the Ryobi router was like 69 bucks, and the table was 100 bucks. So for less than 200 bucks, I got a whole router table set up. So I'm pretty happy with that. And hey, look at this. I got a free Ryobi lunchbox. No, but it's a cool little package that they come with the router in, so I thought that was kind of neat as well. But like all tools now, they come, pretty much all the tools come in the little zip-up baggies. But yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. But anyway, let's go check out the router. I'll show you something that I did to it, actually, because I can't handle that neon green, man. But yeah, let's go check it out, guys, see how everything works. Alright guys, so here it is. The router table all set up. See anything different about it? What I did is, man, I had to get rid of those bright neon green shiny legs. I couldn't take it anymore. After I set this thing up, man, every time I walk into my shop, that's all I saw was this bright neon green. I don't know, I couldn't handle it. Sorry, Ryobi, but whew, I think that color is a mistake, man. I mean, it's not even like an off green, it's like a bright neon green. And like I said, man, that's all I could see every time I walked in the shop. Always cutting something in the corner of my eye, all I see is bright neon green. Anyway, so I had to get rid of that. I went ahead and primed the legs and painted them a black color, so I think the black color actually matches the router table a little better as well anyway, because everything on there is pretty much black, so yeah, it came out pretty nice. Anyway, let's talk about the actual router and table itself. Obviously, here is the table, and like I said, it is 32 inches. The scale goes up to 31 inches on here. It does have a nice little miter gauge. There's no slop in it, honestly. I can't believe that, because usually one of the cheaper models, there's a bunch of slop in the miter gauge, but it's not too bad. Here is the plate, which I have the actual router hooked into. And I want to tell you something about this too real quick here, guys. This plate is super easy with this router. It shows you right in the paper. I'll put a picture of that up in a second, exactly which bolt holes to use. No problem, bolted right in, sat it right in, no problem. Now I did hear that some of these guys are having problems with the not sitting flush, and I can see how that's a problem for some people. Well, all people, I guess, if it did that. But with these little set screws, I was able to get it pretty darn flush. I mean, I don't think it's going to get any better than that. It dipped off a little bit right here, but it didn't make any difference whatsoever. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel it on the other side. This is still flush right here. Now, after some use, I'm sure you're going to have to go back in and tighten or loosen up these bolts to get it to sit flush again. I'm not too happy with this part of it. This reminds me of the O2 model, which they were saying. This was the O3 model, which this was supposed to be a little bit better, but I don't think it is. I heard guys sticking like business cards under there or a couple sheets of paper and then readjusting and going back and forth. I'm keeping this the way it is. Like I said, this is more or less a practice machine for me because, like I said, I'm not 100%, I'm not even 50% good with these yet. This is my first real router table other than the one I had years ago. But anyway, so that's the only complaint that I've had with it so far. Everything else is pretty good. It's nice. It's super thick. It's sturdy. I mean, look how thick this thing is. It's nice, guys. The back here, show you the adjustments real quick. If I can get around here. You can see the fence, super easy to adjust. It's got a couple of knobs right here. Obviously, tighten, loosen them, no problem at all. It's got plenty of adjustments. So you can see here, which I was very happy about. It's got the built-in ruler, which was awesome. It's got the T-track for upgrades in the future. I'm already looking at a few upgrades. I guess you could call this a T-track up here as well, but that's for your feather boards and stuff like that. You can put feather boards down here as well, but I was already looking at a sweet little finger joint setup, which looked really cool from Rockler. I would really love to get that for making box joints on here. It's really cool. It sits in the miter slot and you can move it back and forth. These are really easy to move. Once again, just the knobs on the back like I just showed. Here's for moving the fence. Here's for moving this backer board here. Like I said, guys, I'm a noob at this. I don't know what that's actually called, but yeah, it's there. It's easy to move. And it sets up pretty damn straight. The other thing was the safety shield thing here. I don't know how most guys use that, or if anybody uses this. To me, it seemed like more of a danger, man. Just like when a saw, you know, when I get my hands close to it, I can't exactly see my fingers how close they are to the actual bit. So I've been leaving this up. Like I said, I don't like that I can't see my fingers and how close they are to the actual bit. So yeah, I don't really like that. And I've noticed as well, this does not come off. These here are in there for good. I mean, unless you wanted to get out your Dremel and cut it all down and all that good stuff. So for right now, I'm just gonna leave it on there unless it starts, you know, making a bunch of noise and all that crap. But yeah, anyway. Alrighty. Bottom here, let's go down. You can see where the switch is, and it's got the little, you know, lock on the switch, which is always good, especially when you have kids like I do. It does have 2 outlets in it, which is always great. Obviously, you plug your router right into the switch here, and you actually have another one here. This would be great for maybe running a shop vac. I just plug my shop vac in the other outlet. It doesn't matter to me. You can see under there that the actual router is sitting up in there. And I have turned this on a few times, and I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, I'm still kind of a noob with routers, so everything looks and works good so far to me. It seems like it's got plenty of power. Here's how you adjust it. Is a little, like, I guess, locking mechanism here. You unlock it, and right here's a turn knob, which is pretty cool. So you can move it up and down very easily. Very nice. I like this. Like I said, guys, I don't know if most newer routers are like this or not. I really don't know. I haven't been checking in on them, but it seems pretty easy to me. Now, I did see on another video that somebody sells some kind of a plate, I believe, and you can, you know, put your driver in there and spin it from up here to get it to raise and lower it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen one yet, so I can't tell you yes or no. But overall, so far, the build quality of both the router table and the router is pretty darn nice. Like I said, guys, for, what was it, $170 total? I mean, very sweet. Like I said, you can see how nice and big it sits, you know, compared to my hand, you know, on a 32-inch table. It's very nice. So I'll show you the bits that it actually comes with as well. And another great thing about this was my shop vac fit perfectly in the back of it. I didn't have to buy any extra pieces or extensions or anything else to try and make it fit right or use some duct tape. My shop vac fit right in there perfectly. I got a rigid shop vac. Works perfect, has great suction in there, and does a lot of cleanup, man. So yeah, I thought that was great as well. I just built a quick little table for it here, sat it on top of a 3/4 inch MDF and just built a quick frame for it, and it's perfect for my height. So yeah, that worked out pretty well as well. Now, a little more about the actual router itself. Figured I'd show you guys the box. 1.5 horsepower, 8.5 amp motor, 25,000 RPM, and the 3-piece router bit that I was saying that it came with here. So, in the tool bag. It also comes with 5 throat plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even have one in there right now, so maybe I should put one in there, huh? And then I believe it comes with obviously the straight bit here, and then a roundover bit and a cove bit. I believe that's what they call it, guys. I'm not 100%. Like I said, I'm still a newbie to this, so. But yeah, that's the router, and it fits in perfectly. If it would focus, but it's not going to. Cool. Okay. And the instruction manual was actually pretty well written as well. And it's got a few pages on here on how to operate it, and they actually came in handy for me, being a newbie. So, and I told you the adjustments. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. And here is the instruction manual for the actual router table now. And like I was saying, it tells you in here very easily what routers will work and what holes to use. And here is the Ryobi routers. If I can get this thing to focus today. Which for some reason it just will not focus, man. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But anyway, here it is, and it tells you what holes to use in your plate, and it lines it right up. No problem at all. Very easy. So yeah, I think that was great as well. So good manuals with this stuff, guys. Like I said, and then you get your 5 throat plates, your 3 bits. Everything for about $170, guys. So well worth it to me. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I will see you next time.